Alright. So now we're gonna do KirbyPoppins. KirbyPoppins is an Sagat player. Again, didn't know this is my first round in losers. And the matchup against Sagat is simply crouching middle punch. I have to annoy him with crouching middle punches. I have to be in range to footsie. This matchup is not tough for Chun. It's actually another matchup that's good for Chun. But understandably, you can't get lost in trying to be doing too much against Sagat. So, so yeah, let's let it roll. Went for some jumps. Again, this is me. You know, one thing that like if you're confident in a matchup, you'll play a little bit more loose and you'll take more risks because you like the matchup. So I did try out a couple jumps here and there because I feel like people DPing isn't gonna happen early on. So I want to make those reads, try to put them in the corner as fast as I can, and that's what I did. I put them in the corner. So crouching middle punch, but that one's too close, so I got punished for it. Not fully, but I got punished for it. You kind of want those max distance crouching middle punches. See, those are good because they're like, I'm throwing him out because I'm testing him. I want to see when he's gonna fireball, so I want him to be scared and worried to fireball. The point is to limit the fireball usage so that I can walk up and play neutral. If he just spams it and I do nothing, I'll never get in. Ate it, but I didn't go anywhere. And now I got crush counter, so. But I'm still fine. I'm just keeping this corner, like, I'm taking all this damage. For sure, I'm taking all this damage. But I'm not losing the corner, so I'm okay. Got him back in the corner. Baited the DP, didn't do it. Okay, got the jump, and unfortunately he didn't anti-air, so that sucks. Oh, and I missed the combo, but I got the throw, so it's okay. So, just kind of going through the motions, trying to see what works, what doesn't work. And that one actually ended up working, so I was good. So here we go for another jump just to see if he fireballs. And he's playing very patient, but he's waiting too much. Now he got the DP, so there you go. So at that moment when I got anti-aired, now I told myself, okay, now I can chill. Now I won't jump at him so much. I'm not gonna stop doing it until he learns, right? Until he does a DP. But now that he did one, now we're good. Now we're in control. Good. Good tech. Did the EX down. This is something that's very curious. I know people might assume why. The reason why I do EX here is because it's 5 frames. Most of the time when people tech, they want to be the first to do something. Maybe a jump, maybe a button. And EX most of the time covers everything. Not all the time, but most of the time. There's some matchups that it doesn't work. Like Ryu and Ken stand line kick beats me because they're 4. I think I'm not 100% sure which one's not. Like, you don't want to do it against grapplers because you're -2, so you gotta take a mix up. But in this matchup, it's fine. Like, I don't mind being -2 because you can delay tech. You can just block it out, and it's a good little risk, and I don't mind using the meter for it to kind of just keep them pinned. I don't know what that was from him, but another anti-air, so that's fine. So he's anti-airing pretty well. Fireballs here and there. Got some neutron. He's anti, so he's waiting, and now I can see that now. Like looking at this, I can see this matchup happening where Sagat's when they start moving back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now they're ready to anti-air. Okay, before if they're crouching and they're throwing fireballs and they're pressing normals, they're not ready to anti-air. But the Sagats that are standing, they want to anti-air. Go, I got the V trigger activate, get the corner, get the mix up, and just try to do as much as I can. So this is where creativity happens. a lot of my V trigger one options or decision making is like kind of unorthodox. That's why it's hard to teach V trigger one stuff to students because you gotta have the mind and creativity and the risk factor to do stuff. Like here, you know what I'm thinking right here? I'm thinking if I jump at him, I can stomp, and if I can stomp at him, I can do some weird mix-ups. But if he anti-irons me, I'm screwed. But do I want to go for that mix-up? Do I want to go for that risk? Maybe, and I do. And I actually see him whiff, get the combo, and then kill him. You don't want to jump in the corner, but the good thing about Sagat is that his walk speed is so slow, so it's hard for him to go under unless he dashes. Nobody dashes under. So let's go ahead and continue on to the next match. Um, I mean, KirbyPoppins is probably a good player. I just never really, you know, I know this matchup really well, and I could tell maybe this player was not expecting to play me so soon, and probably is an up and coming player, right? Just kind of learning things for the first time, and so just getting tournament experience, right? But this matchup sucks for Sagat, and he has to really know how to use Tiger knees for spacing. He's got to be able to use his normals better. He's kind of waiting too much, and because he's waiting too much, let me explain that. And let me turn on this. I'm sorry. Um, Let me explain that really quickly before I let this match play on. Um, when I can tell the person doesn't know the matchup, I'm given liberties to, do some risks because I know that their maybe the punishes weren't going to be the best, their spacings aren't going to be the best, their setups are not going to be the best, and so that's why it's always a trait of mine to like go after somebody really quickly to see what I can learn. And just off that first match, I was able to learn, okay, this person, whether he is a good player or not, he doesn't know the matchup 100% like other players do. And because of that, I'm able to take that advantage and apply it. And you can see how I'm able to put him in the corner every single time, right? And so the only way you get to do this is if you know the aggression, if you know the tools, you know what you're supposed to go to. If you don't know, you lose out, and you make this matchup way harder than it should be. But because I know I can go under fireballs, because I know I can jump and he hasn't anti me consistently yet, I know that I'm fine to just continue what I'm doing, and not and just wait for some adjustments that he may or may not make. So he's just kind of waiting, and that's the problem. Is that because he's waiting, he's not sure. Went for Tiger Knee, didn't work. And I'm going for my string that I love doing. Got the EX legs combo. Baited the DP because I thought he might have DP'd, so I was like, I'm gonna wait. Baited it again, and then I got the stun, And that's kind of what I mean. Because he's not able to space me out correctly. More crouching fears, more stab minnow kicks, maybe more EX fireball. I mean, at least one because he could have done it, or a spaced out Tiger Knee. Those keep Chun away. But because he's not able to do that, I get that. See that? Jump. Now, this run, I believe I remember, he played actually a lot better. Like, he DP'd more, and he's spacing me out more. This is what you're supposed to do. I miss my anti-air. Of course I do. Nice punish on the sweep. I mean, it wasn't the best, but it was something. And see, like, this is him playing very smart. Now, I need to calm down. Getting my V trigger. I want to see what I can do with it. He gets another anti-air. So, he should just keep fireballing. He misses the medium, and so this is my chance. Let me explain this real quick before I got the knockdown, and let me talk about this before we end this match. Okay. What you want to understand and figure out is I look at my health and look at his health. Okay. This is where if you're gonna make a comeback, you have to put yourself in your opponent's shoes, right? Do I think he's gonna risk a DP? No. What I think he wants to do is either A, either V reversal, or B, he wants to try to get into his V trigger. And because I have him in the corner, he has very limited options on moving. He has to take mix-ups. So it really just becomes a question is, do I think he's going to DP or not? The moment you think he's going to DP, you have to be able to counter not by blocking, but by baiting it so you can crush counter. You know, you got to be able to like understand, because once you lose this momentum, it's over. And so you're going to see this a lot in other matches. But let's see how it goes. I go for throw. I go for the cross up. I almost got him stunned. I go for the mix up again. I get the cross up. I get the stun. And we take round 1 of the loser bracket. Um, these comebacks. Any part of that I could have gotten DP'd, but I know that people are scared to DP, and that's why it worked out for me. It worked out so that I could, play upon that. I jumped on I did a lot of cross ups in case he DP'd, so that I can bait them out. And fortunately for me, they all worked out. I was able to get the stun and the kill. So we finally got on the board in the game in the term of winning. Finally got a W in the tournament. So I'm 1-1 in tournament, and in the next video, we're gonna look at the next set between me and I believe Mortsy.